Good morning. I'll call this meeting to order. We have a quorum. All three commissioners are present. Commissioner Fund will lead us in a flag salute.
Please stand. You may be seated.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the minutes for May 6, 2013.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any additions, corrections, deletions? Then I'll call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. We have no public comment, but we would like to ask Tim Elsey to come front and center. To the county executives and Board of County Commissioners, from Jay Weber, Executive Director from the County Roads Administration Board, Certificate of Good Practice. He states, "It is my pleasure to send you the Certificate of Good Practice that was approved by resolution of the CRAB Board in its meeting of April 18th. It is suggested that you present this certificate to your county engineer at the appropriate time. Certificate of Good Practice has been transmitted to the State Treasurer on behalf of your county pursuant to the authority of the CRAB Board. The action by the CRAB Board assures the continued distribution of your monthly state gas tax allotment from the officer of the Treasurer. On behalf of the members of the CRAB Board, I express my appreciation for the job well done." With that certificate of good practice, we will get another $5 million approximately for county roads. If we don't get that certificate, we don't get the $5 million, so it's important.
I move that we approve the proclamation declaring the week of May 15th, 2013 as Peace Officers Day and observing the week of May 13th through the 17th, 2013 as Police Week.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Commissioner Fund.
Lewis County, Washington proclamation. Whereas an average one law enforcement officer is killed in the line of duty somewhere in the United States every 57 hours. And whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. Whereas it is important to recognize the ultimate sacrifice made by those peace officers killed in the line of duty. And whereas each and every day, peace officers work in partnership with our communities to protect our citizens, enforce our laws, and help keep our communities safe, places to live, work, go to school, and raise our families. And whereas we owe a profound debt to all those who have worn the badge and to the families whose care enables them to serve with courage and pride. Now, therefore, we, the members of the Lewis County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 15th, 2013 to be Peace Officers Memorial Day and call upon the citizens of Lewis County to join us in honoring all police officers who have given their lives in the performance of their duties. Recognize and thank the deputies, corrections officers, and employees of the Lewis County Sheriff's Office for their service to our communities, and observe the week of May 13th through 17th, 2013 as Police Week. Done in open session this 13th day of May 2013, Board of County Commissioners, Lewis County, Washington.
Sheriff Mansfield.
For the record, my name is Steve Mansfield, and I am your sheriff. And I just want to say I'm still speaking on behalf of this proclamation, and I do want to reemphasize how important it is that we recognize and do thank our deputies, our correction officers, our employees, and our volunteer to the Sheriff's Office that work so hard to make Lewis County a better place to live, to work, to go to school. And I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored by your proclamation. Thank you.
Steve, how's the funding going for the memorial, for your memorial?
Pardon?
How is the funding going for your memorial?
How are we doing with the memorial?
Yeah.
Really good. I think we've raised all the money that we need to. We're working with facilities now as far as getting the groundwork laid out, and the actual memorial itself is just about finished. So we're looking at this year, we're going to close this thing out, and that'll be a very honorable occasion that I'm looking forward to having all of you there also.
That was it's a great looking plan. I've seen the photo of the memorial.
Yeah, a lot of hard work by a lot of people, and we raised every penny out there in the community doing fundraisers. Some of them were very small, some of them were large. Rotary has helped us, and citizens have stepped forward and made donations on their own. So we feel very positive, very privileged that this wasn't just something that we did. The whole community did it in recognizing their law enforcement, the sacrifices. And the only thing that's really not in this proclamation is really recognizing the families for all of their efforts and the things that they put up with from us when we come home from a very difficult job, and many of us aren't able to leave it all at work. And there's a lot of stress in this job. There's a lot of heartache. And there's a lot of marriages that don't make it as a result of the nature of this work. So we do a job like no one else in our society today, and we're very honored that you would recognize us in this manner.
Sheriff, exactly where is the memorial going to be placed?
The memorial will be right outside the entrance to the annex. As you go in the door, it'll be right to your right there. The back of it will actually face the street. The front of it will face the doors. We have a little bit of work to do to remove some benches. There'll be some tile work. The bricks that we had done up, I know some of you have purchased a brick where you put your name on it, and those will all be laid out in front of the memorial there for people to see and look at. And it'll be a really nice, very fitting memorial for Lewis County, all of law enforcement in Lewis County.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sheriff, that'll be just outside this side of the Law and Justice Building?
Yes. So it's not the perfect area, but it's what was available. It's something that we're able to work with, and we're going to make it look really nice. And it'll be something, you don't really see much of as you drive by, but as you come into the courthouse annex, you will see it. It will be right there. There'll also be hopefully a table and whatnot for people to sit at and reflect. And very, very nice, very professionally well done.
Thank you, sir. Then I'll call for the question. All in favor of the proclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Proclamation approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the consent agenda, items 2 through 7, resolution 13-258 through 13-263.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded.
Item number 2, resolution 13258 is a resolution approving warrants in the amount of $1,637,883.22. Those are 222 regular warrants, and 8 special purpose district warrants in the amount of $754.44 for a total of $1,638,637.66. Item 3 is a cancellation of warrants. There's only one to Laframboise, I don't know how to say that. I'm not French enough. Newspapers, Inc., in the amount of $102.44, which will be canceled and reissued.
My name is Kevin Hansen, the jail administrator for Lewis County Sheriff's Office, and I'm here today to speak to resolution number 13-260. This is a resolution accepting an agreement between LG Steck Memorial Clinic and the Lewis County Sheriff's Office for healthcare services. Since 2000, we've been under contract with Steck Clinic to provide medical services for the inmates over in the jail. The existing contract was outdated, and it hadn't been in front of the board for resolution. So we've decided to renegotiate the contract and bring this contract in front of the board for resolution. The proposed contract or the negotiated contract between us and STEC is estimated to save us about $30,000 a year in our inmate health care costs. This doesn't include external costs, it's only internal medical services. In order to save that money, they've reduced the registered nurse time, and we've supplemented it with licensed practical nurses, which is a lot cheaper.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, Michael Strozik, Director of Central Services. Item number 5 on your agenda today is Resolution number 13-261. It's a bid award for the Facilities Maintenance Building Roof Project. In March of this year, we went off the small works roster and requested bids to replace the membrane roof system on the facilities building that is over 20 years old and is starting to fail. Last time we checked, we had 18 different leaks in the building. The building is used to house our equipment, surplus property, and records from various departments. As a request for that bid process, we received 3 responsive bids. They ranged from a high bid of $110,000 all the way down to $79,600 from a bid from Schulten Roofing in Linden, Washington. This resolution will authorize and award that bid to Schulten Roofing in Linden, Washington to resurface the facility's roof, building roof. I would like to note that we have used Schulten Roofing on other projects of this size in Lewis County, and the results have been excellent. No change orders, bids come in within budget, within time, and we have had no failures, so I'm very comfortable with this bid.
Well, they're almost done, aren't they? They're almost done, aren't they?
Well, they are getting started. They were delivering some materials because we had a break in the weather, as we all know, and when you do roof, if you can put it on when it's dry, especially a membrane system, it almost guarantees success. So we've started the process a day or two early, but
Good morning. Lee Napier, Director of Community Development. Speaking on agenda item number 6, resolution 13-263. The action before the board today is to consider a resolution that would direct and authorize the permit center to refund a development permit fees and an appeal fee. The Board of County Commissioners has adopted a schedule of fees for permits and approvals associated with the regulations of county codes for the Departments of Community Development, Public Works, and Environmental Health. The County Permit Center relies upon this schedule of fees to assess charges related to the costs of various permit applications and the activities to conduct those reviews by staff. On occasion, the Board of County Commissioners determines that it's in the best interest of the public to refund certain fees for services rendered. Daniel and Cheryl Blum have requested that the Board of County Commissioners refund certain fees associated with a staff review conducted by the Planning Department, Environmental Health Department, and Public Works Department. And that is the issue before you and would be authorized by the resolution. Any questions?
Just a quick comment. For those who think that government is not responsive to the needs of the people, I think this points to that fact. There were some grave mistakes made in the application process for Mr. and Mrs. Bloom, and made by us. And I think it's very important to note that we recognize those mistakes, are doing our best to correct it so that it doesn't happen again, and felt that it was fair to turn the table and refund these folks money that they'd paid in for this service. So I think it's good government at work.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey, Public Works Director, speaking to item number 7 on your consent agenda, and that's resolution number 13-263, authorizing federal funds from the Washington State Department of Transportation for the Euler, Lincoln Creek, and P.L. McDonald Bridge scour mitigation projects. This project is listed as priority number 4 in Lewis County's 2013 to 2018 amended 6-year transportation improvement program, adopted via resolution number 13-117 on August 8, 2013.
April 8th.
These projects are funded through the Federal Highways Administration Bridge Program at 100%. This funding will allow for scour mitigation on Euler, Lincoln Creek, and P.L. McDonald roads. The prospectus for the three projects shows Euler Road's cost will be about $74,000, the improvements to Lincoln Creek Road Bridge at $116,000, and the improvements to the P.L. McDonald Road of $111,000. The LA agreement that you'll be signing for each of these today allows for $5,000 to be spent on preliminary engineering.
Just for the record, that resolution was passed when?
August 8th, 2012.
Is that April?
April.
Oh, sorry, you're right,
I
April.
was just checking. I didn't know whether yours or mine was wrong.
April 8th, 2013.
Okay.
No, mine's wrong.
Any other questions? Any discussion? Then I'll call for the question on the consent agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We will now hold a public hearing on the approval of the vacation of a portion of Fred Mahork Road, vacation number 13-003. We will start this out with a staff report, followed by a question and answer period. Anyone can ask questions. After the question and answer period, we will close the question and answer period and open the hearing for public testimony. After that, we will close the hearing for public testimony and consider the question before us. So we'll start out with Larry Unselman.
Morning. Larry Unselman, Real Estate Services Manager, speaking this morning to the proposed vacation of Fred Mahork Road. This would be order number 13-003. This proposed vacation is regarding a portion of Fred Mahork Road number 926, which is a dead-end road off the Cousins Road located west of Chehalis. The property owner that adjoins this portion of Mahork Road has requested that the county vacate this portion of the road that runs entirely through their property. On March 4th of 2013, this Board of County Commissioners passed Resolution 13-76, which declared the intent to proceed to determine whether or not this portion of Mahork Road should be vacated and abandoned, and ordered and directed the county engineer to make an examination of the road. On April 3rd of this year, the county engineer filed his report as follows. First, this right-of-way is part of the Fred Mahork Road number 926, established a county road February 21st, 1955, at a width of 40 feet by petition. Second, the road in the area proposed for vacation is located north and outside of the established right-of-way. No title to the road has been conveyed to the county for this maintained portion of road in this area. The county, however, would claim the right-of-way pursuant to its years of continued maintenance as provided by RCW 3675070. Although this RCW provides sufficient rights for the roadway, a deed from the property owner would clear the title. The property owner requesting this vacation of right-of-way holds title to half of the right-of-way in this location and has in fact signed a deed conveying that portion of the right-of-way to the county. The right-of-way proposed for vacation is approximately 360 feet in length. There have been no previous vacations of Fred Mahork Road in this area. The right-of-way, as mentioned before, is only adjoined by one property owner, John G. Smith and Jan B. Smith, who have requested this vacation. Utility companies known to service the general area have been notified and have responded to the proposed vacation with no opposition. This portion of right-of-way does not directly abut a body of water, and public travel to this body of water is preserved in this action, nor is the right-of-way necessary as part of the county road system. The $700 administration fee has been paid by the applicant, as well as the publication fees, and no compensation is required for the portion of the right-of-way as required by Lewis County Code 12.15.040. On April 15th of 2013, this board fixed the 13th day of May 2013 for hearing on the report of the county engineer. Notice thereof was published and posted as required by law. The Public Works Department is recommending that this road be vacated for the reason that the public will be benefited by its vacation by eliminating jurisdictional responsibility and returning the property to the tax rolls.
Does the board have any questions?
I don't have any.
Are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Then I will close the question and answer period. Larry, would you like your opening comments be incorporated into the record of the hearing?
Yes, I would, please.
Is there any testimony? Any public testimony? We have no public testimony. Then I will close the hearing for public testimony.
I move that we approve the vacation of a portion of the Fred Mahoric Road, vacation number 13-003.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Then I'll call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Vacation approved.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the work on our agenda this morning, so I'll move we adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.